Hello, happy Friday, nearly there. So another couple of weeks ago. Well, today on a Friday, as always, we're going to do something different. We're going to do science today. And I found this lovely science thing that Miss Scammell found, which looks good, and her class did this last week. So I thought we'd catch up and have a go at this today. So I will put it's BBC Bite Size. I will put the link into the description below. It's all about light and shadows, and links really nicely with that shadow experiment we did. Do you remember where we put an object on the surface outside, and each maybe half an hour we drew the shadow? Okay, so it's following on from that, which is really nice. So on this site, there's a few. At least it's not me dancing, but there's a few dancing explaining songs, which are good to listen to. And then you read through and it explains how light travels through the substance. So how things you can see through are translucent or semi-transparent, whereas objects you can't see through, like this, for example, are called opaque. So it gives you the scientific terminology here, which is really good to know. Then there's a really cool video on a Costa Rica frog, which is worth a look at. And then as you go down, it explains further what shadows are and try and make a bit more sense of it. And as we go down, there's some more information about shadows, and it's all explained here. So click on each video, it explains in far better detail than I could ever do. And then there's practice activities. So this is the fun bit, and I'd like you to all have a go at this. So experiment with different objects in your house. Obviously, if they're not your objects, please seek permission first. So which objects makes the smallest shadow, which objects make the biggest shadow? Of course, if it's sunny outdoors, you can use the light of the sun as a light source. If it isn't, you can maybe go into a darker room and have a torch, or just use your household lights. That's absolutely fine. And it actually says experiment with different light sources and different positions of where the light source comes from, and see if the shadows can get any bigger or smaller. So it really does link in well with what we did previously. Okay, and then at the bottom, it's got links to our activity, and you can download this or you can copy this up. It would be really good to practice our handwriting after so long, because I'm sure in September we'll all be writing lots and our hands might be aching quite a bit because we're not used to that fine motor skill. So it would be really good to see this all written up beautifully, neatly. So we can work through this object. Obviously, some challenges require some resources, and if you don't have those resources, just use something similar, and you can edit this sheet, okay? And then there's some answers. So please don't go too far down. We don't want to give away the answers first off. The whole idea of this is that we're working together, we're, sorry, not working together, that we're investigating ourselves. So you can see here, there is also all of the words that we should need in here. So if you get stuck, you can have a look down here, but they're obviously not in the right order. Okay, lovely. And so we'll do that. And then if you want to investigate more, there's actually links to get to more lessons. And this is Year 7 and S1 lessons. So we've actually borrowed of these from higher year groups, because I actually really like the shadows, and it goes well with what we would have been doing in class. Okay, so hopefully you haven't already done that. Like I said, I hope not, because it's part of the Year 7 lessons. So that's why we've picked that as opposed to something from the Year 3 ones that you might have already borrowed. So I hope you've enjoyed maths this week with Miss Scammell, and I hope you're going to enjoy the science this week. Keep posting on portfolios. It's always lovely to see, and I'll speak to you very soon.